YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to draw the image that is visible on your screen. So you guys can take a screenshot of this and you can start drawing alongside me. Now, in the previous videos, we haven't covered arc command properly. So in this one, we are going to use that. And I hope you guys will learn something new from this video. So without further delay, let's start the video and let's start learning. So for this drawing, we are going to start from the central oval, and we will be working with the various commands. Most of them, they will include arc as well as circles or semicircles. Now we are going to start with a line, and I'm going to start this line from 0, 0. So type 0, 0 as the starting point, and I want to draw a line that is of length 36. So I'm just using 36, 0 and then press enter. Now we have drawn a line. Okay. Now we need to zoom in to the extent that this particular line is visible to us. And what we are going to do is we are going to create an offset for this particular line. Now offset distance I'm going to take as 45 units, as 45 is the radius of the curve that is inserted on both sides of this particular drawing. So one line up and one below. So we are done with two lines here. Now the next command that we are going to use is we are going to use arc command using center and endpoint. So basically we are going to specify the starting point first. So we'll take this point as the starting point. If these marks are not visible, we can go to this status bar and we can activate object snap and all of these points from there. So without further delay, let's click this as the starting point and this one as the ending point, center, and this one as the end point. So we are done with right half of this oval shape. Now we are going to create the left half. Now for this, suppose that if I take the same side, what will happen? By default, the arc will be drawn in anti-clockwise direction. So in order to shift it, we can press Control button and we can draw it like this. So we are done with the central arc. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to move for a distance of 75 units first and 90 units, not 90, 165 later on. So we are going to create the left side first. So suppose that if I select this as the starting point and I want to move by 75 units, so I'm going to use polar coordinates at the rate 75 less than angle that I'm going to take is 180 and then press enter. Okay, so this is one point that we have drawn here. Now vertically upwards, what I need is I need to basically take distance that is 45 plus 60. Okay, so 105 distance I'm going to take. So at the rate 105 for length and angle will be 90 degrees and then press enter. After that I need to move by 75 units again in at an angle of 0 degrees. So at the rate 75 less than 0, press enter, and then I'm going to join this line with this particular point and we are done here. Now the next thing, I'm going to repeat the same line command, start from this point, and in this direction I'm going to draw a line for a length of 165 units. So at the rate 165 less than angle that I'm going to take is 180 and then press enter, and basically 45 units upwards I'm going to take, press enter and leave this. So this segment, we do not need this segment, so I can delete it without any problem. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert an arc here. So for this particular arc, if you will take a look at the screenshot that you have taken earlier, we are provided with radius only and we have a starting point and an ending point. So we are going to select arc and we will see the suitable option that we want to select. So start, center and end point we are going to take. Okay, so click on start. Okay, let's not center, start and end radius. So this is our starting point and this is our ending point, and the radius that we have is radius is 330 units, so 330, and then press enter. Now what has happened here is that the arc that we have inserted is not in the required direction, so we needed to press Control for that. Okay, so I'm going to press Control Z to undo this particular command, and I'm going to use the same option again. Now this time I'm going to take this one as the starting point and this one as the ending point, which is our another option that we can do or that we can use. So type radius as 330 and press enter, and this time the arc is correct. Okay, so this is how we can deal with these arcs. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to select all of them in this line, and I'm going to create a mirror image and select this line as the mirror line, and do not erase the source object. So left side of this drawing is complete. Okay, so we can delete this option, delete this line. Again, we can delete this line as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw or basically select all of these segments, and I'm going to create another mirror image that is about this particular midpoint of these two segments, and do not erase the source object. So we are done with the right side as well. Now I'm going to select line, and I'm going to find out the center of the circle that is inserted on this side. So we have two options. Right now we know that this is our origin, and we want to shift for a distance of 36 plus 185 for the center. So one option is we can simply type the length at the rate, that is 185 plus 30 will be 215, and plus 6 will be 221. So we can type at the rate 221 less than 0, and the end point of this line is the center. Okay, another option that we can use is we can simply use the coordinates, because we know that this is our origin, so we can simply type the coordinates as 221, 0 for the center, and we'll be able to draw the circle. Now this circle that we have here, this circle is of diameter 80 units. So select center and diameter, specify this point as center point, and select diameter as 80 units, and then press enter. So this is our circle that we needed, and I'm going to delete this particular line here. Now we are done with the drawing here, and what we need to do is we need to insert some of the dimensions so that we can identify, or we can draw it later on. So we are going to repeat certain commands, and we can align them as well later if we want to. So that also we are going to understand in this video itself. Repeat dim linear. Now dim linear, or basically the linear command that we have, is particularly useful if you are basically if you want to insert the dimensions along a specific axis, x-axis or y-axis. So in that case dim linear becomes very important. So that is something that we need to understand. Now repeat. Now we are going to insert this length as well. After that, is there any other dimension that we need? Yes, for these circles we need radiuses. Now after this, the next thing that we should understand is we need to have this vertical length. So right click and repeat dim linear. Start from this point and go till all the way till this point, and place this dimension like this. After that, repeat. Now we are simply repeating the dimension, so this is something that we don't need, so we can place it like this. Right click and repeat. Dimensions on one side are enough, so that's it. Now we can align all of them, so simply type dim, press enter, and then click on align. Then it will ask us to specify a base dimension. Now this is our base dimension, and other dimensions that we want to align are these, and then press enter. Now all of these dimensions, they are aligned perfectly now. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to specify radiuses that we have used in this particular drawing. So R45 for this one, and okay, we need this vertical distance as well. But before that, we need to place for this one, in the center's distance we have specified. Okay, and one more linear distance that we want is the distance that is there between these two. So the dimensions, they are not properly visible right now. So for that, I'm going to use dim style command. So type dimsty, press enter, and then go to modify. And after going to modify, we will have the option of updating the size of the text that is there. So instead of 3.18, we are going to use a dimension text height of 5, and in arrows we are going to use arrow size. Again, we are going to use the same, that is 5 units, and press enter. Now click OK and click close. We'll see that dimension size is now a little bit better. We can increase it further as well. So we can simply repeat the same command, go to modify again, and let's go to text height and make it 6 or 7, whatever you want. And the same we are going to do with the arrow size as well, 7, and press enter. Now it will be a little bit better. Close. Now it looks perfect. So for all the dimensions, we are going to change color so that we can minimize the confusion or interference with the main drawing. So right click, select similar. I hope all the dimensions are selected. Yes. So let's change the dimension color to, let's say we are using green. Okay, let's use dark green color for this. Now what we are going to do is we are going to use hatch to fill these areas with a gradient so that it looks a little bit better. Let's use orange and yellow for this, and for this click on close hatch creation. After that, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to again use the hatch command, and this time let's use a different color as a hatch pattern, this color and this one. Okay, it looks a little bit better but not a lot. Instead of this, let's use this color. So this is the completed drawing. I think we have placed all the dimensions. Yes. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much and have a nice day. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning something new. Thank you very much and have a nice day again.